After getting fired from AEW, CM Punk's future is once again up in the air. There's been speculation over what he will do next, whether it be retire, go to a smaller promotion, maybe even start his own promotion, or even return to the WWE. If he were to return to the WWE, there's a lot of must-see feuds there, whether it be people he's interacted with in the past, or completely new challengers who've never stepped in the ring with Punk. And that's what we're here to talk about today. Welcome to the Wrestling Universe channel. My name is Cosk, and today I'm going to talk about 5 must-see feuds for CM Punk in the WWE. Number 5. Kevin Owens. A feud so enticing that according to reports, Punk himself wants it. This could be the perfect return feud for CM Punk. Punk and Owens, they have a history of heat which could be capitalized on in a feud, and their styles, at least in my opinion, would work together really well. They're both Ring of Honor Hall of Famers, which of course wouldn't be recognized, but could really entice fans of that company to pay attention, which could attract some hardcore fans to the WWE. But more importantly, we're going to talk about how it could appeal to everyone, and that is the promos. These two would absolutely tear each other apart in promos. They could have a fantastic feud against each other, and I think they'd work incredibly well together. Even their styles in the ring would complement each other very well, which is why Kevin Owens is the first pick on this list. Number 4. John Cena. With Cena's appearances becoming more and more regular, I feel like if Punk returns, it would be a missed opportunity not to have Punk and Cena interact and maybe even have a full-blown feud with each other. Think about this, Punk has always wanted to main event WrestleMania, and while there's other opportunities, especially on this list that he could, how fitting would it be, especially with 2 nights of Mania where you could do this without a world title on the line, if Punk vs Cena were to close out night 1 of WrestleMania. The promos would be fantastic. Cena could reference the heat that Punk has in other companies, reference him leaving the company. Punk could reference Cena going to Hollywood. I feel like it could be fantastic stuff, and I feel like they could have a full-on melodramatic, amazing match at Mania with callbacks to all of their previous matches. Punk arguably has the greatest Cena match of all time, and these two are all-time great rivals. So to revisit that in this year, where fans are starting to become nostalgic for that era, would be huge for the company, huge for the WWE. Number 3. Seth Rollins. We talked about the heat between Owens and Punk earlier in the video, but when you wanted to talk about heat, nobody has the amount of heat with Punk in the WWE that seemingly Seth Rollins does. These two could have WWE's version of the heavily wanted Omega vs Punk. These two men who legitimately hate each other going at it. You could have the story of Punk going after the man who represents WWE the most, the new WWE style, in Seth Rollins. He is truly a pillar of this company, and if you were to feud with a man trying to take down the company, destroy what destroyed him, I feel like that could be a great story. I also feel like these two could work very well together in the ring and could produce absolute gold. Number 2. Cody Rhodes. There's one simple reason why I put this man on this list. There's many reasons why this feud would be great. The promos, the matches, all of that. But the main reason is the fact that Cody Rhodes is a member of the Elite. He may not be with the stable anymore, he may not be traveling with the guys, but he will forever be Elite. This is the closest you will get to CM Punk versus the Elite. As we've mentioned, a feud between them can work for reasons not just due to that, because of course there will be limitations on how much they can reference it, but if they can reference it as much as possible and then have the rest be carried over by the amazing promos, the amazing matches they could have, this could be one of the best feuds WWE could put on between any of the wrestlers. These two, in my opinion, would work incredibly well together, and if Cody Rhodes is willing to work with CM Punk, they could create absolute goals together. Number 1, Roman Reigns. You knew Roman Reigns was coming on this list. You knew he was going to be the number 1 pick. He's the biggest star in the WWE. Punk was arguably the biggest star in AEW. This is a dream feud. These two could produce, I keep saying it, but absolute goals together. Punk could call Roman Reigns the Golden Boy, could reference how in kayfabe, Punk was the one to bring the Shield to the main roster, but in real life, how Punk didn't want Roman in it. He wanted Chris Hero. Roman Reigns could talk about Punk's past in the WWE, referencing AEW. These two could main event Night 2 of Mania, which, in my opinion, is the Night of Mania. That's main eventing Mania at Night 2 is so much more important than Night 1. And if Punk truly wants this Mania main event, you got to be feuding with the Tribal Chief. Do I think Punk dethrones Roman Reigns? No. I feel like that honor should go to someone else. But hell, he's in the conversation. I would not be shocked at all if with the right story, CM Punk is the one to dethrone Roman Reigns. And that would be huge for CM Punk. That would make all of this seem worth it. And that would finalize his legacy as one of the greatest wrestlers of this century. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Who would you guys have feud with CM Punk if you were to go to the WWE? Thank you for joining me. If you're interested in content like this, subscribe for more. Have a nice day.